Hello. Today is going to be the day that we record this tier list of the items we found at the Shelton Rec Path. This is all located in Shelton, Connecticut, in case you're wondering if the name of the place wasn't obvious enough. But today, there's going to be 3 more items than the last time. Whoa, that's huge. Huge increase. 3 more items. And then stick around till the end of the video for something of a review. We'll have to be finding out. The name might be on potentially somewhere in the frame, but probably not. I'm spoiling stuff. Okay, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first item that we found in the video was actually right at the beginning of the trail. And it was these 2 sticks. And these 2 sticks were not really utilized in the video, but they did give us a little memory of a 1 stick, this very emotionally attached stick.
Yeah. These sticks just made me emotional.
Yeah, they make you very emotional inside because they're a part of you. They're part of your journey. But unfortunately,
but these ones weren't that cool.
Yeah, they weren't very cool. They weren't utilized whatsoever. They are just mentioned, and that was about it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't have much positive to say.
Yeah, we don't
sticks.
have much positive to say about these sticks. So I think that these 2 sticks probably kind of go.
I know where I want to put them.
Where do you think? I'm probably gonna say like
F.
F.
I want F.
They kind of failed, unfortunately, because they weren't as meaningful as the other stick that was literally a part of like the entire video. He's like the third man.
These sticks, like someone else found them. They weren't very cool. They were just someone else's.
These were someone else's like
stick.
Stick remains, I guess. Unfortunately, they weren't really meaningful to us, but oh well. Mm-hmm. Then the second item that we found was basically the little alien guy that we thought at first it tricked us and we thought it was NES Jason. Or it looks like,
we thought it was Russ Lyman.
We thought it was Russ Lyman's NES Jason cosplay, and we looked close up and it was actually a little alien army man, I guess. Mm-hmm. And
I want to think it's NES Jason because it looks just like him.
Yeah, he does look a lot like him, but he's supposed to be like an army man, I guess. He was supposed to have like a parachute on his back, but I think it got removed.
Oh, is it a parachute?
It was supposed to be like a parachute backpack.
It would have been a lot higher if they had a parachute.
Yeah.
But do you want me to give my opinion for placement?
Where do you think that the fake NES Jason should be placed?
I think it should be at least B tier.
B tier?
If not A, but probably not A.
Yeah.
I just like that it looks
well,
like
we have to keep in mind
cosplay.
since it looked like NES Jason and it was Friday the 13th.
Oh shoot! Yeah,
that's
at
right.
least A. Then.
Yeah, since it was Friday the 13th, it was like literally.
The only thing is Freddy Krueger's the 13th.
No, he's not. It's.
Oh,
do we need to look this up? We're gonna look this up.
I'm almost positive it's.
This is why I have.
I thought Elm Street was the Jason.
I have the Google open right now, guys.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
NES Jason.
A Nightmare on Elm Street is
gets
Freddy
at least
Krueger.
A tier then.
Yes. It was on occasion. It had the colors of NES Jason, so therefore I would say probably A tier because it reminded us of Russ Lyman, and anything that reminds us of Russ Lyman is going to be getting pretty high up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, especially Goodwill Hunting. Yeah, thank you, Russ Lyman, for Goodwill Hunting experiences.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Okay.
And then the third item is the first geocache, and when we picked it up, we were like, wait a minute, this looks like Oscar the Grouch's garbage can.
Yep.
And, I mean, it's mostly there, although on the side of it, it looks like it has a big scab. It was like orange on the side. I don't know why.
A scab.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of like a uniquely designed like
Wasn't
geocache.
it kind of cheaply like made?
Yeah, I guess so. And also, like, I mean, this was kind of due to the last person that like placed the geocache back, but they kind of just left it in the open and we found it immediately.
Yeah, I'd give it like maybe a C tier.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like the way it like looks, but I mean, do you like Oscar the Grouch as a character in Sesame Street?
I like Cookie Monster and Elmo more.
I've never really I don't really care a whole lot about like Sesame Street, so like
no, on the Liminal Explorers of CT channel we really care about Sesame Street.
Yeah, apparently.
Half of us anyway.
half of us in the room, they actually care about Sesame Street.
We're invested in the Sesame lore.
Yeah, the Sesame lore. Yeah, we were invested in the Sesame Seed lore. We go on a hunt and like find out about all the storyline of the Sesame Seeds. But anyway, I think that Seed. I guess, you know what? I mean, I don't really care about Oscar the Grouch a whole lot anyways. Like, So I probably we could just put him on like C tier, I guess. That's fair. And then also, since you mentioned it in the video, you're like, oh, the log's gonna be on the tier list. So the logbook that was inside of Oscar the Grouch's geocache is also on this tier list. And
isn't it all wet?
I don't think it was really that wet. I think what happened is you dropped it and it had a very like suspenseful moment, and you were like, oh god. But
that is the Razor reaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd say either D or F.
Yeah. I mean it like, but the thing is, it did have like my name signed on it, so like that's half the Liminal Explorers signature on there, which makes it a little bit more meaningful, like important and valuable. C tier, is it better?
It would have been cooler if it was a book.
Yeah, it wasn't really like
paper.
Yeah, it's just kind of a strip of paper, and unfortunately when you just stick a piece of paper in there, it's kind of just like a substitute for an actual logbook, which makes it look kind of pathetic.
It would be cooler if it looked like my Toho geocaches.
Yeah, we gotta make sure it looks like a bison tube.
Yeah, and it has a cool picture on it.
Yeah.
And what makes ours different is we always improve the geocache by adding a Mario sticker.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't mention it for Oscar the Grouch, but yeah, we put Mario stickers on the geocaches. This wasn't on the logbook, obviously.
Yeah, but we're not counting that in the tier.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
We made it better.
Yeah, that would be biased, so we're not counting the Mario stickers. But anyway, the logbook itself, I think it might be a little bit higher than the container itself because it's got signatures on there.
I guess so.
And also is a time capsule, essentially.
Okay, we'll put it above the trash can.
Yeah. It's just a piece of paper, but we'll make it like average. There.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bird.
Yeah, and then we have the fifth item is this birdhouse, which is
the popcorn bowl.
No, this is a separate one. This is the first birdhouse that we found in the video, and it basically is sticking out of this little pole thing, and you could see a little piece of hay that was sticking out of the birdhouse in the video, which means that there's probably some kind of animal that was living in here or something. There's a bird. Yeah, there's probably a bird living in there or something.
I'd say B tier.
It was a relatively cool.
A bird's life doesn't matter as much as a fake Jason.
Yeah. Whose life is more meaningful?
It looks more epic because it reminds us of Russ Lyman.
Yeah, because it reminds us of Russ Lyman is definitely not going to be beating Russ Lyman because it's just a birdhouse. There's nothing really more than that.
Yeah, B for birdhouse.
I mean, maybe it was built with like it was crafted with love by some kid or something. I don't know.
But NES Jason is more epic.
Yeah. I think, probably B tier is fair. I mean, it's not an average. I mean, well, it's just a birdhouse, I guess. But since it was probably made by like maybe an Eagle Scout or something, we'll just put in B tier, I guess.
What if we put the Eagle Scout?
Yeah, like we just have a
Scout who built this goes on the
Yeah, we just have a picture of an Eagle Scout. Just like we rank him.
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
Okay, I see the next one's a bag in the sky.
Yeah, so the next item, when we were walking over to this other item that we saw in the distance, there was basically this black like bag tarp like thing that basically it had a little bit of a camouflage design on it, and like Jack thought that it was like potentially a geocache. It was like, no, it's just like it looked like it was. I mean, it was probably like a kite actually. Most likely.
I think it was a bag.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looked like litter, so I don't want to rank it high at all.
Yeah, it wasn't really. We couldn't reach it at all. It was stuck up in a tree, and you can't even really say definitively what it was. Like it was like a miscellaneous, like anomalous object, I guess.
Yeah.
was like a UFO.
Yeah, I was about to say it was like a unidentified flying object.
Yeah, essentially that's what it was. A UFO. It literally is like actually under that definition.
We're making it sound a lot cooler than it was.
Yeah, we're actually, since it made it cooler, it could potentially be higher now because it actually is.
I don't know. I still kind of want to put it in F.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
put it above the sticks at least. It's kind of funny that the sticks were S tier in one video.
Yeah,
F in
it completely dropped. It got like nerfed a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I think we ended the last video with like S tier for the stick, and then we started the video with F tier for the 2 sticks.
Yeah, more is not always better.
Yeah, 2 heads are not always better than 1, I guess. Apparently. So, anyway, the next item is another birdhouse, except this had like a metallic bowl on the bottom of it. And we thought, or I believe the reason for this is that squirrels don't get up to the birdhouse, basically, and go and steal everything inside.
Yeah, this one was like, if you upgraded the birdhouse in B tier.
Yeah.
So I automatically think it's better. I don't think it's much
like,
better.
it's kind of like a
A
good
tier.
design to make sure that you have your birdhouse have that.
And
so
I think
because it would be pointless if you, let's say you filled it up with food for like the bird, and then it like the squirrels just get into it and steal it all. It's like you're just gonna let the bird die because it's not eating.
Yeah,
So,
it was also cool because it was able to trick us into thinking it was cooler than it was.
yeah.
So it gets A tier.
Yeah, that's true, because there's actually another thing I want to mention is that there's 2 of these things throughout the whole field area, or like wetland, I guess, whatever the heck it was. And we thought from a distance it was something shiny and cool, but it was just a freaking metallic bowl. So it did have some like deceit to it, I guess, is the word.
It's very
So
sneaky.
I mean, it's still like a better design than the first birdhouse, because obviously the first one didn't have the bowl on it. So
I think it either gets B or A.
I mean, is it really like? I mean,
It goes at least above the first.
I'm gonna say it's not really the coolest thing because it kind of deceived us. We thought it was something cooler, but it was just another
And
birdhouse.
a blinding light.
Yeah, it was a blinding light from a distance. But
We'll go in B tier then.
yeah, I'll do at the top of B. And then the next item that we found was basically we went over to, making our way towards the second geocache, and we found this evergreen tree, and it had a couple ornaments on it that looked like they were homemade. And one of them was the shape of a heart, and I guess it was like a clear, you could see it through on the edge of it, that was like see-through, was clear. So, I mean, it was kind of cool. I mean, this is probably gonna come down to what your favorite types of like Christmas ornaments are. So, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, it is a tree, which I think is cooler than a birdhouse. I'd give it like top of B.
yeah, I mean, in terms of like Christmas ornaments, I kind of like the ones that are more like the Hallmark ones that are made like characters out of or whatever. So I mean, this is still probably made by someone, but I don't even think we even distinguish what the picture on the middle of it even is. I think there's
I can't
like
even
words.
tell what it is.
You
based
can't
off
even
the
tell.
tier. It just looks like a
It's just
blob.
like a blob of words, and it just looks like some kind of landscape.
Are we
in a
ranking the
picture.
ornament or the tree?
We're ranking the ornament.
Oh.
So
I'd put it in C then.
the ornament itself, you think it's C tier?
Yeah, because I don't remember it.
You don't remember it? Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna just say it's probably average. I mean, is it better than the geocache log?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, this was probably had more effort put into it than the geocache, because the geocache is just bought.
Yeah.
So, we could probably just make it like the top of C. I guess it was about average, but... Then the next ornament that was on the same exact tree was this wooden, like, lollipop, like, shaped, like, ornament. And it was being hung by, like, a little rope, I guess. And, I mean... I guess it's kind of cool.
What was the one
like,
that went on my ear?
well, that's
Is
coming
that
up
this
soon.
one?
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
this is like a Christmas ornament, I guess, that was made out of wood. And I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to this. It was kind of like,
So it was just a circle.
yeah, it was just a circle with like a little stick at like the bottom of it, I guess. And like there was it was attached from like a piece of a rope and it was hanging obviously off one of the branches.
I think that one's less cool than the heart.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this is
cool
like
than
how...
the piece of paper.
I don't know if this is how like Christmas ornaments used to be, but I don't know.
It gave us nostalgia.
It gave us nostalgia. We just like be like, yeah, it definitely was nostalgic.
I'd say it's below the heart.
So do you think it's still better than like the geocache?
Logbook,
Yeah, the logbook.
Because it's made out of wood.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I guess my signature is becoming less valuable over time.
Well, it's not that, because we have to take into account after we signed it had even more signatures.
Yeah.
But like before it was just paper.
Yeah. Well, I guess that does make it somewhat biased, but like, I don't know. We kind of like ranked, I think, the last video. We had like the signatures like high up there because we said our signatures around there. But...
We changed our mind.
Yeah.
What's the next thing?
So the next thing is the Charlie Brown tree in real life. So like when we were basically walking past this evergreen tree, we came across what actually looked like a Charlie Brown tree in real life, which was crazy. Can't believe we actually found the Charlie Brown tree, but
yeah, this is cool. This is cool.
You were like so excited when you found it. You're like, oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I was like, good grief.
Good grief.
I know where I would put it. Do you want me to say it?
What do you think?
A tier, right under Russ Lyman.
Yeah. It probably, like, yeah, I'd probably agree with that, because, like, the chances of you actually finding a real-life Charlie Brown tree in the middle of the frickin' woods is pretty slim, and it had the ornaments on it, too, so...
Yeah.
Although I don't think it beats Russ Lyman, because he's very powerful.
Yeah, Russ Lyman is...
Yeah. Yeah, he's very overpowered. So, and then the next item is the second geocache, which is the one that had the rod on it, and this was
yeah, the ear one.
Yeah, this is the one that we were intending to go and grab when we were...
We had to walk into the tree.
Yeah, we had to go walk into the tree. We also have to keep in mind that basically this tree was very prickly, and like it was like you're touching it and you're getting stabbed. Yeah, you had to like literally like get stabbed in order to find this geocache, which made it really not pleasant whatsoever. So, but it did become...
It was the first one I found.
So it was actually the first geocache. Yeah. We're gonna like make our own biases.
Yeah, we just create our own biases.
Yeah.
They're subject to change, but it doesn't
subject to change, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like Ryan's signature is like valid, and then you finding a geocache and it hanging on your ears.
Well, if you want to object and put the geocache higher, I won't stop you.
Okay, well...
You just stick it in S tier.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? S tier, because this is from like 2 years ago and then we revisited it and it's still here.
Yeah.
But actually, I mean, to be legit, I mean, I don't know, we could just stick it in like maybe B tier. It's not that big, but I don't know, that's fine. But since it was technically like your first geocache find, and then also it could have become a Christmas ornament, and it could have become a homemade earring. It made it very like it had a whole lot of value to it.
Homemade earring, just like the homemade Band-Aid.
Yeah, it's like the homemade Band-Aid, which is like very no context for that. Homemade Band-Aid, I guess.
I think this one goes.
This is probably gonna be
under the birdhouse.
The birdhouse. Oh man, we're gonna be having a debate.
No, I was thinking under the birdhouse.
Like under? Do you think it's like? Is it in the middle or like right there? Well,
if you take away the fact that I found it, it's kind of like boring.
Yeah, I mean, I still kind of think it's cool that it had like a rod, like it was like a Christmas ornament. Yeah, it looked really dumb. It looked really stupid, I guess. It's not a good.
How about we put it above the first birdhouse, but below the second?
We just like put it in the middle for no f***ing reason.
It's slightly worse than the popcorn
it gets the rank of being stupid. So
it's like the joke character.
Yeah, it's the joke character. It just gets to be in the middle. It's like it's better than the first birdhouse, but worse than the second one.
The bull.
The bull is better.
The bull made it a lot better.
The bull adds a lot of value. I mean, here's the thing. We also
the homemade earring is worse than the like metal thing that we can see from like a mile away.
Yeah. I mean, well, technically a squirrel could get to that geocache because it's hanging and is in a tree. So like, if the squirrel thought it was like there's food in it or something, be like taking it. So that could technically be an argument, but that would be a really dumb argument. So.
It's in between the birds.
It's between
so
them.
Stupid.
Yeah. I mean, usually these tier lists make no sense. There's no necessarily like basis for any of this.
Yeah, we just make it up.
Yeah. But anyway, the next item is the third and last geocache find.
Sorry. No,
Are you good?
I was just thinking about the geocache being sandwiched between two birdhouses that are almost identical.
Yeah, it's like, why is it better than this one? It's so stupid.
It's like having two clone characters on a tier list, but you stick one random character.
Yeah, it's like a really stupid reason. It's because the fucking bull. It's like, well, actually, be like, well, that bull reminds me of my mom's cooking, so therefore, like, the geocaching earrings, they wouldn't make a good look of my mom, so therefore it, like, you know...
Slightly better.
Yes, the bull is better because it's more meaningful to my memories, so... Alright, anyway, the third geocache, which is the last find, now this one was... When we found it, it was like, or actually I found it, and it was like sandwiched in between this little rock, like crevice, I guess. Mm-hmm. And when we opened it up, there was a double inside. There was two geocaches,
yeah,
which makes
two
it
logs, right?
There's two logs as well. Obviously, I mean, the first one had two logs, but we didn't even mention that there was two logs in the first one. Which
we should put this one in S tier.
Yeah, this one could be S because it had double the fun in it.
Yeah,
it also
was like finding two geocaches.
It also had a ton of items inside this like container or this like lock and lock container. I mean, we also could talk about potentially like the way it was, but the fact that it had two geocaches in it was like insane. That was like mind blowing. There was like two geocaches inside.
Yeah, double the fun.
Yeah,
so I think this is the best.
I think this might be S tier. This might be like one of the best geocaches we found because there's two of them. Yeah.
I don't even remember that, but now I do that we mentioned.
Yeah,
it.
you're like a double? Oh my god.
What's
so the next one is this was the first item that was in the last geocache.
I don't know why, but it looks like an Xbox.
Yeah, it looks like an Xbox card or something.
Yeah, like an Xbox.
I don't know. It's like a gift card or a container or something.
Like what's it called? That games are put in like a case.
What do you mean? Like a? It's just a case for the games or something.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
I don't know. It's just a case, I guess.
A case.
But anyway, this item is basically like this is Alpha Dog's advertising card, and if you don't know, so Alpha Dog, I mean, obviously no one really knows who this guy is, but
I remember I saw you had his thing pulled up.
Yeah, I had his thing pulled up so that like you had context because you have no idea who he is.
I was like, why does he have a random geocache?
Yeah, I have a random geocache up, which I might just put it on the stream when I edit the video, but like pretty much Alpha Dog here. We have his little page up here on this other screen. Maybe I'll probably just have it edited or whatever, but pretty much Alpha Dog, he joined geocaching in like 2003, so he's been a geocacher for almost 20 years. And he was basically advertising himself, his own card that he found in this geocache. And I mean, he has hid like, he has 88 hides, which is a lot of geocaches. I have found some of his geocaches before. I mean, Jack, he hasn't found any, but like of his particularly. But he had like some mystery geocaches, I guess, that were kind of cool. One of them I think was based on binary code, which is interesting. Which I don't know. Do you know anything about binary?
000.
Yeah, 0011. Yeah, you pretty much, in order to find the geocache, you had to decode some binary code basically, and they would lead you to the coordinates, which is kind of interesting. But also another thing we have to keep, like I'll mention, the reason why I had his page up here is because he is one of those geocachers that is like a godly type geocacher, and he has 17,101 geocache finds,
crazy.
which is very insane.
Isn't that like more than like how many like days worth
So
of,
basically, it's funny
did
you
the
say
math.
that, because I did the math beforehand. That's part of the reason why I had his like the page on here. So I did the math, and if you do the math for how many geocaches he has found per day since he has had his geocache account, it would be about 2.4 geocaches per day, which is literally insane. That's
He's found more than one for every day.
Yeah, every day.
Count.
Yes, exactly.
That's
if you do the math,
insane.
so obviously that doesn't always mean you're gonna be finding a geocache each day, but that would mean you have to do makeup for each day. You have to find at least 2.4, which is either 2 or 3 geocaches each day, which is freaking absurd.
That could be like his job.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I also want to keep in mind that this number is not even the most insane number of geocaches people like one guy has like found. Like, there's a guy in the world that has actually found, I mean, we don't know how legit or how accurate it is, but there's a guy who has found over 100,000 geocaches, which is insane.
It's be finding like 20 a day.
Yeah, that would be literally like your entire life is just geocaching if you're finding that many. But I don't know if he actually has found, like, legitimately actually found geocaches like that many or whatever. But in terms of how we rank him, I mean, he is cool. I think I've talked to him a little bit, but
You've talked to him?
a little bit in messages, I think, when I was asking for help, and like also I think his geocache that I was trying to find was missing, I think, so he had to go replace it.
We're ranking him as a person.
As a person, so
worse than the bird.
Worse than
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I think
actually he might be worse than the birdhouse.
he's worse than the
We'll have
birdhouse.
to see.
I mean, the thing is, since he has found so many geocaches, like he's like a loyal geocacher.
Yeah,
I think he might.
Credit.
We'll give him some credit. So I think that he probably should go in like.
I was thinking B right before our log.
Yeah. I think maybe the top of B. I don't know if he's necessarily A tier because it's like.
So.
Actually, we could read his profile and then we like judge it based on that. You want to do that?
Okay.
Alright, so actually we're going to read this
Turns
first.
out he's an F.
So it says on his profile information, it seems to be a bunch of quotes. It says, Urology of the dog. He guards the sleep of his puppeteer master as he were a prince. When all other friends desert, he remains. When riches take wings, he is a constant in his love as the sun in its journey through the heavens, and when death takes the master, there by his graveside will the noble dog be found, his head between his paws, faithful and true to even death. Which is just one quote. He has technically 4 quotes I see on the front page right now. So he's one of those guys that is like in his profile, or one of those people that has like quotes in his profile, which, I mean, I guess that's a part of you, that's an important thing, but I'm not saying quotes are like a bad thing. That's cool to live by, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't understand all.
Yeah, I don't
think word you said.
You didn't understand.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, let's read the other ones just for like context, I guess. So it says, a dog's love. The only people who can say that dogs do not have souls are those who do not know what a soul is, or who have never been loved by a dog. Richard Rohr, it doesn't even have like.
Richard Rohr.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, but.
Yeah,
also, he didn't put the dash next to the guy's name, so it just says the guy's name there, and we don't know if it was actually attached to the. That's his quote or whatever.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but. And then the other quote is, a pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty.
I'd have to think about that.
Yeah, I think you have to think. You got to use your brain on this one. Okay.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to base it off the first one and put him in F tier.
Yeah, just base him off the, like,
No,
because here's the
kidding.
thing is that, I mean, well, you can base a person based off their profile, which probably isn't the best way to go about a human being, but like.
Well, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
We don't actually.
We don't
take
actually.
This ranking serious.
We don't take this seriously. This is like
his
a
name,
joke.
Alpha Dog.
His name is Alpha Dog. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
his name that he has like a
Yeah,
dog.
that's his real name.
And then his dog is
Alpha Dog.
Oreo,
If
I
we
guess.
rank you good or bad, it doesn't actually reflect you.
Yeah. And then the last quote that's on there is by Winston Churchill, I guess.
Yeah,
It says
that guy.
he's ruined as a hunting dog, which has a little like comic or like.
Wait, I think the
thing.
Winston Churchill one is the quote above it.
No, because there's no name down here. This is Oreo.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's gonna quote a comic.
I don't know. No, why does it say? Wait, what the hell? Like, okay, that has nothing to do with that. Then, all right. Looks like I'm retarded, but anyway.
Yeah, his comic is like him being a dog, which
Yeah.
means he's a furry.
Yeah, his dog is a furry. Yeah, this dog knows how to use a computer apparently. That is what it means. So basically, Alpha Dog. To overview this, because we've been talking about this for probably 7 minutes now, which is insane. Anyway, so Alpha Dog, he has over 17,000 finds. He has 88 hides. He has quotes in his profile. He has a dog named Oreo, and his dog is in his name, so he likes dogs a lot. Which I don't think that was 6 things. I'm just
don't
rolling
want to
6
put him
fingers.
under the birdhouse, but it's not actually how I feel. I feel like he should probably go right under our log.
Yeah, he just had a lot of meaning in our past 10 minutes that we've been reading about him. So like. I guess probably we were about to say B tier before, but we could just say that, or maybe the end of A tier, because he's.
Oh, do you want to put him in front of our? I was thinking he'd go behind our log. Here,
So, like,
we
here-
could put him in. I don't know, either A or B.
I mean, so this is. Oh yeah, we have to keep in mind. So the log is technically it has my name on it,
Yeah.
and then that's you found
Oh,
geocache
let's
or whatever.
put him under the birdhouse just for fun.
Yeah, it's like, well, because it's like there's a lot of like
It
quotes
just
that.
looks funny. For some reason, the birdhouse looks really funny to me.
No, the birdhouse just looks comical, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, what's the next?
All right, after getting through that, Jesus. Anyway, the next item, which was the second item in the last geocache, is this Rugrats eraser, which you can stick on your pencil. And I guess the character that's on here is Angelica Pickles, I guess, which I'm not
okay,
actually a
okay.
Rugrats fan of anything. I'm not really
What's that?
a huge fan.
What was
but,
that guy from Nick All Stars?
What the guy that like the
He's
the
got,
wild
like,
thornberries
yeah,
guy?
yeah.
Hold on, let me just
something
look it up right
Thornberry.
now.
It's like Roger Thornberry.
No, I don't think that's the name.
No, I know. I can't think of it.
Hold on. It's
Nigel.
Nigel. Okay, Nigel.
Nigel.
Now that's a
Thornberry.
completely separate thing. That's getting off topic, but
Yeah,
that's
that's
just I don't know. That's another Nickelodeon character.
Angelica Pickles. I never watched the.
Yeah, I
Rugrats
never watched
growing
Rug.
up.
Yeah, me either. So
It was a little ahead of our time. Slightly.
yeah, like well,
But
yeah,
I still would like to watch
because
it.
we grew up in like the
2000s.
2000s technically, so
That was
we
more
were
of a
watching.
90s thing.
Yeah, that was more of like a 90s show, I guess. Let's actually, I want to look up when did
I'm pretty
Rugrats
sure it was
premiere?
like probably mid 90s.
I think it was like early 90s. Yeah. First episode date, August 11th, 1991, apparently.
okay.
So that was like really, that was like freaking over a decade before I was born. So
yeah,
like,
SpongeBob
this
was
is-
like late 90s. But
yeah.
It was.
Well, okay,
SpongeBob is still like popular, so.
yeah, SpongeBob is like obviously outlived like every Nickelodeon show, I think.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, obviously SpongeBob is SpongeBob. He's like very iconic or whatever, but. Anyway, so we both are not really Rugrats fans. We never watched it.
Yeah, I'd be
really.
open to watching it, but right now I don't have
Right
any
now-
attachment to Angelica Pickles Eraser.
Yeah. I also, when I had to look this up because I wasn't actually familiar with the character. I only knew it was a Rugrats character. But,
Yeah.
so I'd probably say, I don't know if it's necessarily F because it's like, I've heard that obviously Rugrats, I
Heard
think.
it's a good show.
Yeah, Rugrats supposedly has a good following. Like, it's like, I guess, like, a lot of people love it. Obviously, it's like a nostalgic thing for people. So if we're going to be ranking it based on, obviously, our own thing, then it'll probably be pretty low. But Supposedly
we could
we've
put it in
heard.
D tier.
I think D tier is fair. I wouldn't say it's a failure thing because I think that's gonna piss off a ton of people.
Well,
most
yeah, I
likely.
don't think it's bad. I just don't have any.
Yeah, we don't have any attachment to it, so we're gonna put it there. I think that's fair.
I want to watch it someday, though.
Yeah. Anyway, the next item is the bunny puppet, the bunny finger puppet. And this puppet, when I first grabbed it, I put it on my pointer finger, and then I was like, wait a minute, let me switch it, and I went like this, and I put it on my middle finger. So it's the middle.
Do you have like a bigger image of it? I can't see its face.
There you go. All right, so you can't see it, guys, on the thing. I'll just edit it or whatever. But right now, on the screen, Jack can see it. That's what it looks like. It's fairly detailed.
It's got a bow.
Yeah, he has a bow on his head, which is kind of cool.
He's got arms like this.
He's got this. He's like big arms, basically.
Like SpongeBob.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like SpongeBob, and for some reason, there's like a little like bag hanging from his. Oh no, that's probably Easter basket, I guess.
I like it. I like that it's on your
yeah, it's on my middle finger. I'm glad I thought of that. So I think that's gonna make it kind of higher in the tier. That's funny.
And I liked the design of it.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool. I
kind of want it to go in like bottom of A tier.
Bottom of A tier. Yeah, you don't think it beats the Charlie Brown tree, most likely.
Probably not.
And also, we probably would be like making a sin to do that because we'd be disrespecting Jesus Christ by saying middle finger is better than like Christian.
Well, you could argue that with the ornaments, but yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that is fair, I guess. Like, if you're like saying this is like a religious tier list, then like
yeah, religious tier list, Bunny gets F tier.
Yeah, it gets F tier because we're making like a swear essentially, like physically.
Yeah. Alright, what's the next?
Alright, the next one is the Keep Exploring sticker. And when I first picked this up, you could see on a clear, like obviously the bottom of the cache is like clear pretty much, and you can see like the the Keep Exploring sticker, and it was like almost like a little advertisement for our channel, I guess. So it was like because it's
funny that's what you thought, because I had like a completely different take on it. I'm like, I don't like that it's telling me what to do. It could go in F tier.
Yeah, it's like I don't like that it's telling me what to do. I'm gonna put it F because it tells me what to do. I don't like that. Yeah.
Keep exploring.
No, I don't want to, but I don't know. We could probably, like, since it's related to our channel.
We'll put it in the middle.
Like, you think, like, C tier?
Under me.
Under me, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you if you want to keep exploring or you just want to live in your house all day. I guess that's up to you.
Actually, I didn't realize that's not the earring one. We can put it,
The earring one is in between the freaking two birdhouses, like you said.
We could put it above the cache, then. No, like one higher.
Like that?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's better than Oscar the Grouch's cache, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Oscar the Grouch has nothing to do with exploring. He's just a guy that lives in his
I just didn't like the way the
can.
cache looked that much.
You didn't like the orange, like... It looked like there was, like, insulation on the geocache. Now that I mention it, it looked kind of like
I remember it just being really, like,
let me pull up, like, a picture
plastic.
just so you can see.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while.
Like, it looks like insulation.
It looks like
it looks like the inside of, like, a pumpkin or something.
Yeah, you, like, painted the pumpkin.
Yeah, it's like a rotting... Like, that's almost cursed the way that looks. Yeah. Jesus.
I'd give it, whatever, I just...
He's like, it goes lower now because it's nasty.
Yeah, we'll
I think
we can keep it there.
We could just keep... I think it's fine where it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, the next... this is the second and last item in this geocache. Was the Mountains Are Waiting sticker. Which is... I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Why are they waiting?
Yeah, why are they waiting? They're waiting for us to arrive. I didn't know that, like, the mountains could just wait for us, apparently.
The mountains are waiting.
Yeah, so, I mean, this didn't really... We didn't talk about this at all. I think this is less meaningful than,
let's put it in D, right under Angelica Pickles.
Yeah, we didn't... Like, this didn't have a whole lot of meaning. We just read off of it, and that was it. Like, I mean, maybe it's your desire to go to the mountains, but, like, get trapped up there or something. Yeah, be like, you go up there, and then you can't find your way back, and now you're, like, stuck in the mountain area, so that wouldn't be fun. And then anyway, the last item in this geocache, the last geocache, was the take me / hide me like sticky note that like basically we found it and like pretty much here, I'll show a picture of the Jack so you can see it. This is what it looked like. It was pretty much like folded when we first found it as like take me, and we like moved it to the other side. We like flipped it and it said hide me. So it's like, what is happening? It was like a big mind.
I'm not a big fan of it.
I think it was we didn't. I remember you said you didn't want to take it particularly in the video. So
take it.
Yeah, because we don't want it. Why did you like spaced out your words in the video?
No, I don't.
I don't think you remember that, but
the only good thing is that it stood out because it's vibrant on the tier list.
Yeah, it like you can't really read it from here.
You can't read it, but they should have used.
It was very bright in the video as well, so like I don't know. I think it was because the camera, but
let's put it in,
I think it was kind of cool that it said like it was 2 in 1 almost, and you could flip it over. But also that might make people want to take the whole geocache. And we put this geocache in S tier, which makes it want to be taken by some guy that doesn't know what a geocache is. So
we can't let that happen. It goes in the top of F tier.
Yeah. It's probably better than at least the
litter.
Yeah, the litter or like the whatever tarp kite bag thing, wherever the hell it is, I guess.
Yeah.
No idea. And then anyway, so we are walking away from the geocache at this point. We put everything away. And then on the way there, or way back, because it was getting dark at this point, we saw a wildlife safety zone sign. And you basically, when you're trying to read it, you said like they photograph your like as like graph. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you remember saying that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then basically I tried reading motorized as motorcycle like a dumbass. I said motorcycle.
This one goes high
because it's funny. We just like were like mutating the freaking side of like making up what it said.
Yeah, we're having dyslexia.
Yeah, if you're having like schizophrenia or something. We were like becoming like disabled. So
this one maybe it goes right under the bunny.
I mean, yeah, I think because it was just humorous, we could probably put it there. It's funny that we're putting the ones that were both inappropriate right next to each other.
Yeah.
They're both not appropriate.
Yeah, we're family friendly because we censor our swears,
yeah.
To the extent.
But in terms of like inappropriate like humor, I guess I'm gonna just say the middle.
It's valued.
Yeah, the middle finger bunny puppet. I'm gonna just say is better than that because we were just making up words that weren't actually on there. It was just a mental thing, I guess.
Yep.
But anyway. The eye is the next one.
The eye rock.
The eye rock, which was very cool.
Instead of Iraq, it's Iraq.
Yeah, instead of Iraq, it's Iraq, I guess. And then also I like said, because it says like iRock, it's like a new Apple product. It's like Apple made this.
The iRock.
And then also it says on this rock, when we found it, it says watching you pretty much, which is like, it's cool, I guess.
I don't know, this one was creepy, but it also kind of fit the...
Yeah, it was kind of creepy, but it fits our theme a lot because obviously our channel icon at the moment is Gygus, and it's also liminal spaces can be creepy at times.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of fits our theme a lot. Like you'll see in like liminal space videos, you'll see like I think some eyes in some types of videos, but
yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I was thinking it could go low because it scared us, but it also
I think it's gonna probably be.
No, I think it goes really high.
Yeah, it probably. Would you say it's better than?
I was thinking an Air S tier, but I don't know if it goes above Russ Lyman.
Yeah,
because Russ Lyman keeps our world fun bit by bit.
Yeah, that's right. Russ Lyman, he keeps our world fun bit by bit, and if we didn't have Russ Lyman, we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. Yeah, so I think he's probably better than the Charlie Brown tree, or the eye itself, just because it's more meaningful to our channel. It makes it a lot more scary and liminal almost.
Yeah, so we'll put the eye right there.
It's very cool. And then the next item, which I can't even tell what the hell. Oh wait, okay. It's really hard to tell in the image, but this is the map.
Okay,
so,
I was wondering the map.
Yeah, the map is in the video. So the map we found when we were heading back, and we went back to the little board, I guess. In the pretty much behind the board, they had this little, like, I guess piece of, like, this little container thing.
It
There's
was like
a whole
a
bunch
mailbox,
of, yeah, it was like a
sort of.
mailbox almost, and there was like a whole bunch of maps inside that were wrapped around with like a rubber band or whatever. So we took one so that we could go and see where we could go next.
Yeah, the
in our
map
videos.
has a lot of potential for the future.
Yeah, the
So
map
it
is
goes
like
pretty
like something
high.
that we actually took.
And
Like,
we're gonna use it in the future.
yeah, we're gonna probably use it in the future for the next Shelton Recreation Path videos, whenever that is.
So I think this one.
This one is definitely very high tier, I would say, because
Yeah.
it definitely is something that we could bring with us to like kind of mark. We could even mark where the next geocaches are on it, just to get a nice visual. It's so crazy. Wow.
This one goes in A tier. I just don't know where yet. Do you have an opinion?
I mean, is it better than like like swear or like inappropriate humor?
we can put it. Maybe
Probably-
put it between the bunny. I don't know.
Like just put it in between.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, is the Charlie Brown tree better than it?
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess we could probably put it there because I feel like the map has more meaning than the freaking like middle finger bunny. It's just a stupid joke, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh,
Now,
You're getting
since
hyped.
we have reached almost the end of the video because there's actually this is just a dummy slot just in case, but we didn't.
Is it?
Yeah, we didn't actually use this. But now we have to talk about
The G Fuel.
the Sonic G Fuel.
Wow.
Whoa. So now
Sonic.
we will be giving our thoughts on this Sonic G
We show
Fuel.
the face of it.
So, here's a nice little 360. Oh man.
It's so cool.
Wow, it's so cool. So we did talk a little bit about this in the Shelton Recreation Path video, but we didn't give our full thoughts about. We didn't give a rating, and we didn't probably say everything we wanted to say about it. So I did mention that it tastes like the gummy peach rings, which tastes good to me at least. I don't think you've even had them before.
Yeah,
but
I haven't. It
and
tasted okay.
It tasted okay, and we also like throughout the video we did not have any sort of energy boost. I mean, I only had a couple sips, but Jack here, he didn't have any sort of
Yeah,
energy boost.
I drank it and didn't feel anything.
Yeah, there's
That's
nothing.
not how energy drinks are supposed to work.
Yeah, it did nothing.
It didn't do anything.
It didn't do anything,
This was
so
my
it
first
failed.
time drinking energy drinks, and it was my worst experience ever.
Yeah, it was like the worst experience he's ever had with an energy drink because it was failing. It was horrible.
Because it's for the first time.
Yeah, the first time in forever that you had an energy
For the
drink.
first time ever.
Yeah, but so as a rating,
It tasted decent, but it didn't have caffeine, or it didn't have effective caffeine.
yeah, it didn't have effective caffeine in it, so therefore your
What
rating.
the fuck?
Yeah. What the fuck? It failed. Why did it fail? Oh my god! And the thing is about this, the funny
Also,
thing.
I wanna.
I did mention this in the video, I think, but this, as you can see right there, I am not lying. It's probably like mirrored, but it says 300 milligrams of caffeine,
Yeah.
which is not. It's probably not true whatsoever. If he didn't have any sort of energy boost.
Yeah, and
So-
it's also the art is cool. So
I mean,
that's a
yeah,
pro.
that's another thing we could probably mention.
The coolest thing
The
about
coolest thing
it
is probably
the
the art.
aesthetic.
The aesthetic is
And
really
the
cool.
flavor was the second.
I
best
really
thing.
like the design of this G Fuel. It's really cool. But as a drink itself, I mean, I do like the gummy peach rings. If I wanted to have that as a soda, I probably wouldn't pick that though. That's kind of weird. But
Yeah, I don't think I'd go out of my way.
Yeah,
except for the art.
like, I want to drink the gummy peach ring soda. It's so weird. But so, what would you rate the Sonic G Fuel as, like, out of 10?
Out of 10,
So 1 being the worst and 10 being the best.
I think I would give the Sonic G Fuel a 7 out of 10.
Whoa, a 7. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
It
the
wasn't-
taste was relatively good.
It was
but,
okay.
like,
It wasn't perfect, but it was good.
yeah, I mean, you could think of it like a soda almost. Like, it doesn't have to be an energy drink, but just keep that in mind when you're having it, that it might not actually do what you think it's
Yeah,
going to.
I'd personally rather drink soda
Yeah.
because it tastes better.
Yeah, I mean, you probably would rather do that. In terms of, like, what I think, I am a fan of the gummy peach rings, like, like the the candy itself, I guess. So I mean, I only had a little bit of it. I mean, I actually don't want it to go freaking ballistic and make me like have like this insane like energy surge or whatever. Like that would be like insane. So I probably would just give it like a little bit higher, like an 8 out of 10. Even though it's like it probably wouldn't. It's not doing what it's supposed to. The taste itself is kind of like good to me, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, in terms of how it appears on this tier list, now we have to convert that rating of ours into a letter. So therefore, since technically you could say like a 7 or an 8 is about like probably like a B range or maybe potentially A.
B? I was thinking possibly A.
Yeah, I mean it could be at the end of A, I guess.
we put it below us misinterpreting it.
Yeah, because well, guess what? The frickin' Sonic Energy Drink was misinterpreted as an energy drink, which is like lower because
we can put it maybe at the bottom of A.
And guess what? Do we have to pay money for the sign? No, we had to pay at least $2 for that Sonic Energy drink, and those $2 each. So therefore, that was money that was basically misadvertised, which is basically scamming.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Russ Lyman figure was free, but we didn't take it.
Yeah, we didn't take it.
Could've.
We don't really do a whole lot of trading in terms of geocaching.
Yeah, because we rarely see anything worth taking.
We usually we don't take anything because it's like usually the stuff that's
people
there.
People usually
like
purposely don't give that good of stuff.
Yeah, they intentionally don't because.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. It'd be funny if you found like an amiibo or something.
That's what I'm saying. If someone hid that would actually be really cool.
Yeah, that would be like absolutely S tier in a video.
Yeah.
Spoilers if we were to find an amiibo, which is like, I mean, I don't know how possible it is. We have to keep going for geocaches in order to find it. But
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone might have done that.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, that was the tier list of the items we found at the Shelton Recreation Path.
Yep.
Is very cool. I mean, relatively, looks like it's like a going down. We didn't talk
about the yo-yo, but the yo-yo is always S tier because I bought. Well, I got it for Christmas.
Yeah, he got it for Christmas. It's his special.
It's my.
It's his signature item.
Yeah,
it's very important.
Item.
But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you want to subscribe, like, comment, your choice, whatever the heck you want to do. And thank you for watching the video as always.
Bye.
See you. Also, wait a minute. There is...